Hello all and welcome to tonight's beer review, and I am excited. You know why? Because it's my most favorite time of the year again. It is beer camp time. Yes, Sierra Nevada beer camp time is upon us again. And this year it's, even more radical than it was before because it's 12 beers in a single 12 pack. 12 different beers in a single 12 pack. Or I guess 12 different beers in the single 24 pack. So you only get 2 in a 24 pack. In my case, you only get 1 because I don't know any place that sells it in 24 packs. But so bad thing is, if any of these videos kind of blitz out, I'm up shit creek without a paddle. But I'm really excited. I looked at that box. And it's sort of split in between stateside and international collaborators, in creating different beers. And there are some styles that I have never even heard of. A couple of styles in there I have never even heard of before. So, I have no idea what a vintage ale is. So, I decided to go and start with. I saw this one. I was kind of like looking at. And some of them are in pint cans, some of them are in bottles. There's about 3 pint cans in there, and the rest are bottles. And why did I pick the pint can? Because, I wanted to drink tonight. That's why. I wanted an extra 4 ounces. And this one was ginger, and I saw that and I was like, yes, I want ginger. Because I love ginger. I have reviewed a ginger beer in here before, I believe. So, this one is ginger lager. I was holding the wrong side up. This is lager brewed with ginger and cayenne, fermented on oak. And this is with Surly Brewing Company of Minnesota. So let's read the back, shall we? The abrasive attitude of Minnesota's Surly Brewing Company brings an aggressive yet refined approach to creating recipes. We came together to create this easy drinking but complex ginger-infused lager. It's brewed with hot ginger and a pinch of cayenne to spice up the heat, and then dry hopped with an inclusion of oak for a touch of woody vanilla to round out the flavor. Now this is 6.2 ABV, kind of high for a lager, but at this point it's a little bit of a stunt beer really. But this is the kind of stunt beer that it stunts right up my alley because I love ginger. Yes. Ooh. Smell is very reminiscent of ginger beer. High quality ginger beer. Head is very fizzy. Off-white and very fizzy. Off-white almost yellow. Extremely fizzy. Looks almost like a soda head rather than a beer head. The bubbles are so large, you can kind of see there. Very much the smell of high quality ginger beer. Almost crackery malts. Hint of earthiness, maybe that's the pepper. Coloration is almost ginger beer color too, a very dark yellow. Hints of golden or orange to it. Not very well carbonated. But overall, very evocative of ginger beer. Wow. Now that is something completely different. Instead of a really hoppy finish, kind of get a peppery finish. Not like an incredibly peppery finish, but just if you like pepperiness and you're eating something that's mildly peppery, it's just that kind of lasting finish on the tongue. very mild burn. In the front, you kind of get that ginger taste. It's a bit drier than in a ginger beer. It's actually much more drier than a ginger beer, despite having a bouquet very evocative of ginger beer. This is much drier tasting on the palate than an actual ginger beer would be. It's actually pretty dry. And in the front, ginger, earthy ginger. Got that ginger bite. In the mid, starts transitioning into a lasting pepper burn. It's very interesting how it kind of transitions that way. Underneath the pepper and the ginger is a dry, crackery malt base. It's definitely a lager because it finishes clean. Almost lemony aspects to it. I'm not getting too much wood out of this. Maybe in the finish there are hints of, oakiness, but not too much vanilla. It is really defined by this, ginger to pepper kind of movement here. From front to back, front to finish. There's a hint of hop bitterness, just a hint. Sort of in the finish there, along with the pepper. Malt almost has some sort of lemony, mildly tart notes in the front and mids just a bit. As this warms up, both the ginger, kind of ginger snappiness and the pepper burn are kind of intensifying. It's not strong enough to go and cause me to like sweat or anything, but it is definitely lasting on the palate. I guess the wood could be there on almost on the edges. Just that sort of woodiness. But with like oak, you're kind of expecting a sort of roundness, and this is all pretty much very sharp notes. I'm kind of wondering what they were thinking about putting it on wood. Maybe it was just to kind of tame it back a little bit, because it doesn't really seem to be very apparent in the body or the nose. Not that there's much nose left, as you can kind of see. Then this burned off his head very quickly. Almost no lacing either. Despite the nose being very much reminiscent of a ginger beer, the dryness and the pepperiness of this kind of pushes this out, for me anyway. Like I said, this is my first time trying it because, I only get one can or bottle per shot. And this one, yeah, definitely goes into the category of stunt beer where I would not drink this just because I feel in the mood for it. This is definitely... Yeah, this is definitely something that's kind of out there. Even if you're like me and you like ginger beer, You know, this is an addition of pepper, a sort of lager malt base. It really pushes the envelope. That said, it is drinkable. I'm going to finish this, but this is not something that I would ever seek. So, it's already 10 minutes. Ginger lager from Sierra Nevada and Surly Brewing Company. If you're like me and you like ginger, definitely go and give this a shot. If you like pepper as well, you're one of those people who like chili pepper beers, definitely go and give it a shot. It's well made, that's for sure. That sort of transition between ginger snap flavor and pepper burn on top of a basic lager malt base, but wow, it's just out there, you know what I mean? Well, 12 more reviews to go. I may go and spice it up by having like maybe a whiskey review or a basic sort of beer review in between. It all depends. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.